How you doing, YouTubers? My name is Eric with NVISIONFILMS. I'm just giving you a quick tutorial today on how to do a little bit of green screen, also some masking, 3D camera effects, a little bit of the good stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and get started in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and you can stay up to date with more tutorials. So what I have here is a video from artist Krypol Haze here in Austin. I'm gonna go ahead and click up here at the pen tool to go ahead and start masking out. So again, I'm just adding some more of these dots. I had to go clean up that mask. I ended up doing a shape. I forgot to click the layer. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead over here to the effects panel, look up key, just type in key because you're gonna need a couple of these different key tools. Grab this dropper and click closest to the body, to the hair usually, because you get more detail on the hair. Go ahead and switch my resolution to full. Now if you can see a little bit in here, you can see some of this clipping from my sheet was a little wrinkled. So I'm gonna go over here and go to key cleaner. This is why I keep the key open, because I use two different ones. If you don't need it, you can use this, screen mat, just do the clip black, and then also do some screen softness right here. Let's clean up, soften up some of those edges so it doesn't look so harsh. Yeah, and there's still a couple of stuff we can clean up, but this is just a tutorial to be quick. You can go down there and clean up all that extra stuff if you want. Add more on the clip black, it'll help take away. So we're just gonna scan through and make sure no parts of the green screen comes out. Alright, now what we want to do here is put a little bit of effects on it. So alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find something really quick and simple to put behind them. I have a bunch of visual effects. I think I have Shockwaves by Video Copilot. Let me find them. And I like these, so I'm just going to import all of them just to make sure, I find the right one. But, all these are dope. I'm just going to end up probably using only one just for this little tutorial. As you can see the shockwave, pretty fucking sweet. Let's go ahead and add that behind here. We're going to drop it underneath this layer right here. I'm going to go ahead and change this side. Slide this over here. Slide this over here. Alright. Let me go ahead and crop this down real quick. Change the scale up of him a little bit, just so he bounces around. Out, from. I want to make him come from the shockwave. So, as it gets to a certain spot, I'm going to add a keyframe here. I'm going to change the opacity, not on this one, on the first one to 0. I kind of want him to fade in a little bit really quick. See how he kind of just gives a little fade, and then go up to the scale, add a keyframe, and bring that scale back up to where I want him to actually land after he fades in. I'm going to add a little motion blur on here, turn it on. This will allow for his movements to create a natural motion blur, so it doesn't look like just a piece of, a flat object coming at you with no kind of blur. It looks terrible on the eyes. So I'm going to add position and rotation keyframes. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make him spin like 135 times. Hold on. Yeah. Should I make him go like this? So I'm probably gonna make him just come in straight. I was gonna do something, do something a little bit different, make him come in sideways, but I think I'm just gonna make him straight just for the sake of this tutorial. Let me go ahead and rotate him back to 360 degrees. Oops. Alright, so if you go back to keyframe, just click that arrow, go to keyframe. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put 0 on this because we want to make them do a full 360 degrees. As you can see, it turns back to 0, it goes away. So it's 360 will just turn into 0, maybe 359 into 0. So what we're going to do here now, give him a little scale. Let me fix this position. I'm just gonna add some different motions to his zoom. What this will do is just help me, you know, find out positionings that I want him to be in. And I'm gonna go ahead and highlight these positioning scales. I'm gonna go right here to keyframe assistant and easy ease. And what this will do is, you know, make those a little bit not so straight and, you know, so if you want something more natural looking, do the easy ease. It'll make him float like that. All right, so now what we're gonna do with this shockwave right here, we're gonna kind of do the same thing in positioning. When he gets closer to the camera, I want the shockwave to look like it's coming at the camera as well with the motion. It does get a little bit bigger in time, so you know, these are just placements. Don't worry about these. We're going to switch these up with camera movements. So now that he scoots back, we're going to go and scoot back a little bit too. And we're going to go ahead and move it right here and lift it up a little bit. Let me see. Take that position. Center him in that little pocket right there above his head. Boom. Yeah. See, already now it looks like the smoke is inside the same dimension as him. So I'm gonna change the speed a little so it doesn't cut me directly. Too fast of a speed. Yeah, that looks more natural. Alright, man, I like that right there. So let me go ahead and just trim this up so we can shorten this timeline so I don't have all this extra time. I was gonna do it earlier, but I just forgot to. I got my motions. And let's watch it one more time through. He might cut off right here. Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and make him a little bit longer. Right there. Alright, so it looks like we got a basic motion, man. I mean, if that's all you need, you can go ahead and stop here. If you want to go into a little bit more advanced, I'm gonna go ahead and make him spin out too. Just switch those around. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Alright, let me add some positional keyframes. I'm just gonna make him just spin out totally. I don't need him to do a crazy spin. Alright, so I'm gonna do another positional scaling and position keyframe. Since he spun in from small to big, I'm gonna make him go from big to small, just reverse. And go ahead and slide this over so he has a long. No, I don't like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring this back. What I'm going to do is just end up just changing this position on the scale. So, once we got everything looking good, we're going to go over here and we're going to go to layer, new, camera. Oh, actually, let's do adjustment layer first. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to color. We're going to type in color. We're going to scroll down into the color correcting part. We're going to go to color bounce. I mean, you could use this color balance if you're just changing the color of one, you know, the one solid color. But what I want to do here on the adjustment layers, I want to change the color of everything. So I'm gonna go color balance, grab color balance. I'm just gonna play around with it and find a good color. You can control shadows, midtones, and highlights, similar to curves. I just like the slider a little bit sometimes. Sometimes the slider feels better for me. Sometimes the curves, you know, it hits some points, but it also messes up something else. And I like the slider because I have more control over certain aspects. As you can see that I can get him really detailed and the same matching with the smoke without messing with any of the highlights or shadows already. Let me go ahead and change the quality to full so you can see the difference. Now, he looks like he's stuck in the sunken place here. Shout out to all my Stranger Things fans out there. This is kind of what that video is based on. It's more of the Stranger Things. Alright, so go ahead and click on this one. We're going to scroll down here until we find curves. We're gonna put the curves on top. Let's just check it out and see what we can do as far as adding some contrast to these colors. Now, I don't want to take away too much from the highlights and midtones, so I'm just gonna play around with it and see if I see something I like. Now what I'm trying to do is trying to remove some of that highlight on his face. You can see right there what I'm messing with. And what I want to do is on his forehead, he has an extra shine. I want to flatten out his face just a little bit right there. And what that's going to do is just, keep him make him look like he's inside of a building without lights, but just using natural light around him. We did have a light on there due to the green screen, but I want to take some of that away without having to go into resolve or anything, really go like detailed skin correcting and all that stuff. For the final I'm going to go in there and touch up everything, but this is just an example of what I'm doing. So I'm taking away some of the red and the mid-tones to help bring out the whole atmosphere look of the greens. I'm going to add just a little touch of blue in there. This is going to throw off just that slimy green look and that look right there. It's going to help me bring in some of the blue, the natural shadowing from lighting, similar stuff like that. Go back into these curves, and I'm just going to readjust everything. So y'all can kind of see how I was playing with it. I'm going to add some of that contrast in there, make him look like he's in a room, hollowed room. Soften the skin. That's it. This is why I use the on the adjustment layer, overall adjustment layer. This is why I use the colors, and then I come back into him and contrast him to fit the depth. The colors on top is the overall color on the adjustment layer right here. That's just the overall. You see the difference now that I put some contrasting curve on him, just Luma curve, RGB. I didn't really do nothing different. So now when I play it back, he has that nice little motion blur. You see that motion blur right there? The other one would have just looked like a paper spinning, like a record. Someone's done rendering. Let's just look and watch it and spin it out. Goes back into the second place of the eyes. Alright, so let's watch it right here. Ooh, nice glitch. I want to do a little bit more, so I'm going to add a camera. So I'm going to turn on all the 3D layers right there down by the motion blur, and I'm going to use my camera. I'm going to track its position, turn on all these keyframes, and I'm going to adjust to the position I like, where I want them to start, and then I'm going to create my virtual camera onto the place where I want it to end on each frame. So I want him to kind of look like he's boom popping out. Fix it by the perspective of your eye with the perspective of the camera. I got to recreate that, but at the same time I'm gonna have to fit to make it look not flat but 3D. So what I'm doing, I'm just positioning him to look 3D more, but not take away from the perspective. Go to this adjustment layer so you can see. I'm going to scale up, press S on the keyboard and to scale, and scale up that. So now it's perspective. Let me fix it to make him look like the camera is there in actual 3D space with him. Got to match the camera angle to fit that perspective. Alright, so let me show you the final one right here. You can also check out the final one on my YouTube page. Don't forget to press the subscribe button. Also share my YouTube page. Follow me on Instagram, Mr. MR Envy, the letter N, the letter V, 45. Appreciate you taking the time to watch my tutorial. If you got any other questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, share it with your friends. Don't forget to check out nopmedia.com for the latest branding, marketing tactics, free plugins, all the good stuff. I got plugins, presets, LUTs, you name it, I can do it. Again, this is Eric, NVISIONFILMS, NOPmedia.com, signing off. Like and subscribe.